Now, why is that so important? Well, fundamentally, the reason it's important is because when you get it wrong, when you put the black line in the wrong place, you make bad decisions about how to try to eliminate the things in column 3. So the whole of geriatric medicine is built on that mistake. For centuries, we have been trying, and of course, these days we're trying very, very hard to eliminate the things in column 3. Alzheimer's disease, most cancers, billions and billions of dollars are spent all the time trying to do that. And it has been almost entirely unsuccessful. Basically, the reason it's been unsuccessful is because almost all of the money has been founded on making that mistake, on trying to develop cures and to eliminate these things from the body, to attack these pathologies directly. And we can see just by going back to that one diagram I had earlier that it can't work, because obviously metabolism is continuing to happen as the person stays alive. So the damage is continuing to accumulate. So by definition, anything that tries to attack the consequences of damage, the pathologies, is going to become progressively less effective as the person gets older. It's just obviously a non-starter. But if you put that black line in the wrong place in that table, then you're going to get that wrong. You're going to make that mistake. All right, so the thing is, I am not the first person to point this out. For more than 100 years, a few people have realized that this is never going to work. And they have been looking for alternatives. And this is the alternative that people have focused on. People have said, well, we could postpone the ill health of old age if we could clean up our metabolism, if we could somehow manipulate our bodies so that they would create damage more slowly than they naturally do. If you could do that, then of course you will delay the point at which the damage reaches an intolerable level. And the inspiration for this came from the fact that in the living world, we see a huge amount of variation from one species to another in terms of how rapidly damage is created. So, the idea, of course, is that we could study this variation really carefully, and eventually we would figure out what its basis is, and we could apply that to human beings and make them create damage more slowly than they naturally do. Sounds like a great idea, but it too has been completely unsuccessful. We have achieved absolutely nothing in terms of lengthening our healthy lives by this approach. Why not? Well, the answer is this. Metabolism is ridiculously complicated. What I'm showing you here is a simplified diagram of a small subset of what we know about how the body works. And as you can see, it's chaos. Anybody who writes software will immediately understand that this is the ultimate nightmare of uncommented spaghetti code. There is absolutely no way that we would be able to tweak this system so that it does not do the thing we don't want it to do, the creation of damage, without having unintended consequences that stop it from doing the things we need it to do to keep us alive. Not going to happen. And of course, the real problem is much worse than this. It's not just that this is a simplified diagram of a small subset of what we know about how the body works. The real problem is that this is a simplified diagram of a small subset of what we know about how the body works, which is far less than the true complexity that includes all the things we don't know, even ignoring all the things that we don't even know that we don't know. It's just not going to happen.